it. What are you giving today? Are you giving 100%? Or are you going to do 10, 10, 10 each day and give 100% at the end of the week? Think about it. Today is Thursday, the 21 in the month of July 2022. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing great. I'm feeling positive. My name is Esther Alaribe, and I have with me Adenike Quadri. Good morning, Adenike.
Good morning, Esther.
Yes, how are you feeling today?
Feeling great, thank you.
All right, thank you. And yes, that's it. It's the positive vibe, positive feeling all way, and I hope you're feeling the same way as well. Yes, the newspaper review is where we get to review the dailies across different Nigerian newspapers. And you're welcome to join us on the newspaper review by sending us your comments, your contributions on 070 317 56537. 070 317 56537. Adenike, have you heard this one? This one now, bakers are about to go on strike today. For people, lovers of bread like me, what are we going to do? Are we going to sit and fold our hands and watch them go on strike? Because
You begin your fast.
I cannot fast that one. No, I cannot at all. When it comes to bread, please, nothing comes between me and my bread. But I totally understand the plight of the bakers. Look at it. A bag of flour costs about over 28,000 naira. A liter of fuel goes for approved price 179, but some people buy at the rate of 220 naira. Every single thing is expensive. Talk about diesel for the big bakers, over 800 naira per liter. There is nothing like ease of doing business at all.
No, there's none. Because
Nothing like that.
I'm not a bread fan, like I've always say, and I took bread some 2 days ago, yeah. But before then, I can't really say when last I took bread. So I was asking the man, "How have you been coping?"
He wished to ask, how have you
He
really
said,
been
"How?" And he
coping?
smiled. That was the only thing he did. So
I was speaking to a woman the other day who owns a bakery, and she complained about all of these things, even to the cost of nylon they use in packing this bread. That every single
everything
thing
is
is expensive. And the staff, the people who get to work in this bakery, expect that you get to increase their salaries because the money that they get can no longer cover for their needs and all. But they don't even know that the owner of this business isn't making enough. The person is suffering as well. Please, let us look into this. So bakers cannot go on strike. I'm speaking for all bread lovers. Bakers cannot go on strike. You cannot afford, because bread is like one of the staple food in Nigeria that you can just easily pick up. If bread bakers go on strike, some of us will lose weight. So I'm saying it now. Some of us will lose weight.
they used to say bread is a poor man's food, but
Let it be.
now
But now, bread is no longer poor man's food though. By the time you buy bread with 800 naira, think about the
cannot
other
even
things that will
afford the
go,
bread
go,
anymore.
go with it. Please, please, please. Bakers cannot afford to go on strike. Please, let's think about it properly. All right, let's go into the headlines making the round this morning. This one on the Punch newspapers. NLC rejects Buhari's 2-week ultimatum, insists on protest. Anti-Shetima forces angry as Tinubu defends running mate. Right group laments extrajudicial killings, torture in Nigeria. Akeredolu sacks civil servants for receiving double salaries. Reps kick as stakeholders shun subsidy probe. Over to the Vanguard newspapers.
On the Vanguard, Oshunpo, a big booster for 2023. Muslim ticket. On the Muslim ticket, I've heard you, but I believe in Shetima. Tinubu tells critics. On the murder of the Catholic priest, Nigeria states is a complicit. By saying that. Now, a Peter Obi Truth, Part 3. Over to the Nation.
On the Nation newspapers, U.S. committed to STEM education. Another Nigerian gets first class in maths at Oxford. Tinubu on Shetima, I have made hard and best choice. Monarch makes case for youth in sport. No development without unity. Over to the Guardian newspapers.
On the Guardian, nationwide darkness as Nigeria's grid collapses 7th time in 2022. Don't stroke anarchy with planned solidarity protest. Federal government warns NLC. Akpabio, Lawan, Tambuwal risk 2 years imprisonment, says INEC chief. On the Marburg virus, NCDC activates response team and insists Nigeria at moderate risk. Buhari endorses party's Muslim ticket, says is confident of 2023.
All right, on this, the newspapers, Nigeria in darkness as national power grid suffers sixth collapse in 2022. Buhari to Shetima, I will hand over to you and your boss in 2023, God willing. Kyari, my target is for NNPC to emerge top 50 in Fortune 500 companies in 3 years. New Senate bill allows states to generate and distribute electricity. Over to Daily Trust newspapers.
On the Daily Trust, Sonny Shehu remains NNPC Bauchi chairman. Only Atiku can fix Nigeria, says some group. Christian community shouldn't lose sleep over APC Muslim tickets, says Falike. PDP Senator Akpan defect to YPP. I'm still with Tinubu despite leaving APC, says Abe. Over to the pen pushing newspaper.
And finally, on the pen pushing newspapers, Governor Abiodun raises alarm over influx of fake traditional rulers in Ogun State. And these are the headlines making the round this morning across different Nigerian newspapers. I'm very sure there is one that catches your eye there. If it's my bread matter that also catches your ears there, please, let's talk about this, because I'm going to say it over and over again. We cannot allow bakers go on strike. And when I say bakers, it's not just about the bakers alone, because a lot of people who run businesses, small business owners are complaining. And yes, we know it. And if you look around, small business owners, private business employ more people. They have most people under their payroll. So think about it. If business owners are complaining already, just think about the fate of those of us who have to wake up in the morning. You know what I'm talking about. Don't let us spread too much clothes outside already. Now we're being joined by our analyst for the morning, Adeyemi Adeolu. Good morning, Adeyemi. Hope you're doing great this morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Adeyemi.
Good morning, Adeyemi.
Good morning, Adeyemi.
Yes, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right, I'll be starting off with this one on the Punch newspapers. And this one here says, mention bishops at Shetima's unveiling Khan, there's APC. The Christian Association of Nigeria has challenged the All Progressive Congress to mention its officials, that is Khan officials, who attended the unveiling of its vice presidential candidate, Kashim Shetima, by the flag bearer Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The demand came barely 5 hours after the vice president of Khan, Reverend Joseph John Hayab, dissociated from the organization from the visit. Now, Adeyemi. So, first, I was on a particular social media platform last night. I go on this platform every single day before I go to bed. It's like a ritual. So I saw different comments as regards this. Now, what Khan is alleging is that tell us the names of these people, these Khan officials that you said attended your events, that were at the events, because we saw pictures and videos. Who are they? Mention their names, because we did not send any representative to attend your event. Adeyemi, recall that Khan is still on about the no Muslim to Muslim ticket first. Now, yes, now Khan is daring APC to call out, mention the names of these officials that attended your event. And some people have been alleging on social media, saying that this particular person who is posing to be a Khan official or a priest or a pastor or something is somebody I know in my area who does this and this job. I saw one post where a man said this is his mechanic and he could identify him. Another person said this guy is a welder in my area, I can identify him. And I saw one other video where somebody was saying, it's this one, the person was saying they told them they were going to be paid 100,000 naira, but they ended up giving them 40,000 naira after they had done the job. What exactly is going on? Do we believe, or do we say that it is possible that this party had to put up a charade to portray inclusivity of the Christian religion? Is that what is going on, Adeyemi?
Oh, thank you, Esther.
Yes.
Talking about the bishops that were believed to have attended certain amount of unveiling and the reaction of Khan. Well, you see, whatever people may be saying in the social media, when I heard about it, my own take is basically this, that look, whoever those people that attended, when the need arises They will come open and tell us if actually they are truly bishops or they are priests or whatever they are representing a particular interest or not. And you see, I'm so surprised that these are the issues that is so concerning about it. And talking about dissuading those who attended it or not, I just read the post also this morning.
Okay.
One of the people that attended it, his name is Bishop Ugo Kwe. He posted on his Facebook response. He said, Ugo contested for the position of APC deputy leader. Amid the backlash over the controversy, one of the attendees, Bishop Ugo Kwe, posted a response on Facebook last night. He contested for the position of the APC deputy leader at the March 26th National Convention. The party member called for Christians. You see, this is one of those people that attended it that wore his clothes as his bishop to that venue. So you see, these are not the issues that can even be fighting at the moment. These are not important at all.
Okay.
No, all the time people have been saying no. All the time, what has been doing? What has the PCL been doing? The Costa Fellowship. What have they been doing? People, the lives of our Christians have been made destroyed over the years all around Nigeria. They have not for what they stood up. All they do is just to talk. Talking for what? You see, we must understand the position of this party.
Okay.
And look, if we want to be clear, like I said earlier, if we want to be clear to these people, we should allow them to do whatever. You see, everybody have a strategy to win election or to go into business or to do anything. You must have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you're not able to achieve your goal. So if their strategy is Muslim ticket, why? What they should do is not even questioning them on the newspaper.
Okay.
All these people. You see, there are ways by which we can come to terms and understand ourselves better and resolve issues. Rather than doing it on the face of the newspaper pages.
Adeyemi.
They can, yes.
While I understand your standpoint of performance-based and not religion or sentiment whatsoever, I totally understand that. But let's not forget that we live in very sensitive times where being inclusive would do us a lot of good. You cannot just sideline a particular religion or sideline a particular tribe just because you feel that this is going to drive home the performance that you want to see.
Okay, excuse me, please.
Okay.
What do you mean by lying a particular religion? Is it because of the two people, the president and vice president? Does that indicate that they are supplying the people?
If Khan is saying that they were not involved in this,
let's look at it. You see, Khan should be thoughtful. They should stop eating the policy. That's the truth.
Okay.
You see, we should stop putting it. I think there should come a time that we will even remove and from our constitution. That we should silence it. We should silence it. The truth is that whether we like it or not, Khan as they are, they ought not to be making issue out of it. Yes, the government has not even been established. Maybe company to is eventually good, and we now discover that okay, it is government. Okay, there are no people in all Muslims. That's what you can talk. But as you see, you must understand within why this man wants to win. Now let's look at it. In the north,
okay,
like everybody has been saying, how many Christians do we have in the north?
Okay.
How many notable Christians are there in the north that have that way, that political way, that can attract followers, that can attract people that will go on that day to be fully full and wait for them? You see, the truth is that in the south, majorly we know the south to be Christian dominated region. And the north is mostly Muslim dominated. And now you have the problem we have is that because the man is coming from the south is a Muslim. And this being is a Christian, this issue won't have come up at all. But there is something you can do. You can't think it's ambition. In the south, you have the right to go there and buy for the president of this nation because it's in Nigeria and it's from a particular region. And now the man saw that look, the majority of the northerners are Muslims. How can we go for 2023 to become victorious at the tool? The best thing we can do, we must not deceive ourselves. We must not deceive ourselves. The only thing that man can do is to have a Muslim ticket. But that does not mean that the Christian members of Nigeria have been abandoned. No! It's also people a way to achieve these things.
Okay.
That's what we should understand. And the problem we have that, you see, the Christians in Nigeria, I'm being honest, we are not being truthful with ourselves. And that is why we are where we have to be. Because what we ought to tackle, we don't tackle. The things that are not necessary, don't be fighting. That is why you continue to see something like I saw something, the pyramid of life that we was talking about in Abuja there. You saw the pyramid of life. What exactly are we doing? Those are the things that we also keep looking at. All they do is to sell us religion. In the south here, they sell us security out of them to become multi-billionaires. How many of their followers are paying to themselves? May. That is the honest truth. You see, Christ did not come because of all this. Christ came to save sinners. He said it did not come because of the righteous, because the clinic, the hospital is not established for those who are not sick. It's established for those who are sick. Now, if Tinubu has decided to choose a long-term Muslim, it is for the Christian, the Christian body to call him. This is a man that will attend to you. And I saw before now, and yes, this man was the governor of Lagos State between the year 1999 to 2007. There was no time that any chief imam went there to pray. The major people that were continuously visiting, that were present in the Lagos State House, were Christian leaders. I can categorically mention G.O. Adeboye. It's a notable face during the era of Bola Tinubu Ahmed in the state Lagos State House. So what are we talking about? Why did the Muslims say
Adeyemi, could their agitations...
You didn't bring them aboard. You said that they are bringing aboard. Why didn't they say that? Why do we make it unnecessary issue? This man wants to go somewhere. And he saw that this is the kind of vessel he can take that can take it to the destination. What we should do is to come with this, all this plan, sit down with this, okay, we have seen that you have taken, you understand your life, but what we want, by the time your government is established, we pray it is established, that is established, make sure that Christians are well represented in your government. That's all.
Okay.
You enter into an agreement. So the first time an MOU will see. That will your thing. That will end your EU. We should stop making issues on the pages of newspaper.
All right,
They are
Adeyemi.
working to go back to and we get results.
All right, I hear you. I hear your standpoint. Yes.
Adeyemi, we have a message from Israel, from Ogijo, and he's saying that the unveiling of Tinubu Shetima, I see the hired and paid bishop by Tinubu as blasphemy. Even if Christians didn't react, God or even nature will judge these people bitterly. It is not too far. Oh. That's from Israel, from Ogijo. And before taking this message, I was going to ask that could the agitations of Khan be that, there's been rumors in the past that some people are trying to Islamize Nigeria. So my question is, while I'm not on the path of either Muslim or Muslim ticket, I'm just for the man that will do the job. Now, could it be that these agitations are about some people saying some persons are trying to Islamize Nigeria? Hello, Adeyemi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here with you. Well, you see, if, like what we are saying, these people, if they are not bishops or Christian representatives like they claim, that means they are impostors. Rather than the town flying foul, let the law take its course.
Okay.
Investigate them.
But that is why Khan is asking APC to mention the names of the bishops.
They don't have to mention their names.
Oh, okay.
No, I think what Khan is saying is that they did not send representatives.
Yes.
That if you are there as a bishop, you have gone on your own accord for your selfish reasons. And you cannot say you are from Khan. You are there as an individual, not as a Khan representative.
Adeyemi actually knows this.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it. If I go to a place and they are counting people based on religion basis, and they said, I said, I'm a Christian. By the time they are giving the report on the news, we did not say a Christian by the name Adeyemi present. They will. Now, if those bishops that were there, if they are not members, because I want to believe that every member of the maybe Catholic mission or whatever, they are part of the camp body. If they are there, I do not camp member.
Adeyemi.
But the value of the fact that they are member of the association, they are there and they are camp members. Yes.
Adeyemi, we cannot judge by that.
On the basis of representing that, but as a person, they are there to represent, they are representing their own interest, and at the same time, when you look at it, so I know it. Okay, when what's it called? The night Jesus. The guy that came to that, I saw you are one of his disciples. Before he denied that now, that he was never one of them.
Adeyemi, so this is it.
So
in organizations, before you can go to represent your organization for at any event or anything, there has to be some kind of approval. There has to be a procedure. You don't just go on your own and say you are representing or you are a member of an organization when it was not approved internally.
Yeah, accepted. But did they tell you, was there any news that they said that they are coming, they are representing that? Did they say so? Was there any information after that?
Adeyemi.
When you stop, the problem is that because they shot them in their regalia, because they shot them in their regalia, you didn't say affirmatively that we are representing time. Did you say so? You should stop making issues.
Adeyemi, I know if we continue on this conversation. Yes.
That is further because we saw that they will take out these bodies of people and send them.
All right, Adeyemi.
What am I their business? Their business is to make sure that Nigerian Christians are safe. Nigerian Christians are prosperous. They should go and see to that. Nigerian Christians that are sick, Let them learn how from there and let them get killed.
All right, Adeyemi, I hear you.
Making those billions out of the small innocent Nigerians.
All right,
how many
Adeyemi.
of them have been able to perform miracles to heal the sick? Like what Jesus said. Jesus said when he was saying, you will do greater things.
No, Adeyemi, we cannot. No, Adeyemi, we cannot do that. Adeyemi, we can. No, Adeyemi, we cannot do that at this. Adeyemi, no, we cannot do that. We cannot go. We cannot tow that part now.
There's ongoing. The people that are standing before a church that are being given food. How many of them are doing that in Nigeria here?
Adeyemi.
We sometimes are having Nigeria. How many of them are taking it upon themselves to make sure that they're pushing the poverty level of their people?
Yes, I hear you, Adeyemi.
For the needs of their people. Rather than them to face all these issues, they are facing on the unnecessary issues.
All right, Adeyemi. Yes, so I'm going to throw it open now. Adeyemi.
If the government is going to be on the system or not, then you can take it off.
Yes, I hear you, Adeyemi.
Even after you have this set as the vice president, it's like they're not being survived.
Adeyemi, yes, we hear you. I hear your submission this morning. I'm going to throw it open. The text line is 070-317-56537. 070-317-56537. What do you think this morning about this burning conversation that we're having this morning? What do you think about Adeyemi's submission? What are your thoughts on this particular conversation? Because this whole conversation is actually a big thing. I was up all through and I kept on seeing like different comments about this particular one, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think about this one. It is 3 minutes to 8 on Women Radio 91.7 and this is the newspaper review. The newspaper review is where we get to review the dailies across different Nigerian newspapers and we get to analyze them. My name is Esther Alaribe and I have with me Adenike Quadri and our analyst for the morning is Adeyemi Adeolu. Feel free to send us your comments, send us your contributions on 070-317-56537. 070-317-56537. Yes, Adenike.
Yeah, there's this report on the Daily Trust. Electricity grid records 5th collapse in 7 months. The Nigerian electricity grid crashed on Wednesday to 0 megawatts after a fault that threw the entire country into blackout, making it the 5th time it has collapsed this year. Now, we have reports across various papers saying that, electricity grid collapsed 7 times, 6 times, but the most important thing is that it's been collapsing repeatedly, and we need to find a permanent solution. And the report further says it has been 39 days since a similar collapse occurred on June 12th. It also happened 3 weeks after the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission activated a partial contract order for the Nigerian electricity market to guarantee 5,000 megawatts and at least 4,000 megawatts with a relatively improved electricity supply, according to some consumers. But there was a time we had an analyst that was telling us that Nigeria was supposed to have like 7,000 megawatts generated on a daily basis, and right now that we don't even have anything close to 4,005.
This whole report on national grid collapse is just coming too frequently.
Yes, it's too frequent. And for how long do we want to keep at this blackout in this nation? Not forgetting that I once saw a newspaper that there was a promise around 1983 to say that blackouts no more in Nigeria.
And here we are in 2022.
And this is 2022. Adeyemi.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You see, Nigeria, we are in a serious problem. And the truth is that the government of the day is not giving us enough information. All they just do is just to tell us on the surface. They don't tell us exactly what is in the deep. And this is one of the reasons why you believe and accept with me that, you see, I respect Bola Ahmed Tinubu Asiwaju. You know why I'm saying this?
Why,
I remember
please?
vividly when this man was the governor of Lagos State. he tried to establish this power company in Ikorodu, in Ejiri, or what you call the place. Aaron then. But Obasanjo did not allow it to function. Imagine if that was established then and it was allowed to operate. Now, this national grid of the thing will not affect the people within Lagos and the environment. These are the things we are talking about. What you see happening is that they are playing a game with you and that. They want to kill that particular industry so that at the end of the day, everything concerning it will be privatized. That's what they are doing. That's the game you see played out. You know, those that were government in Jonathan era, they privatized it, they did school, and they bought it. Now this one wants to, I think what they are playing now, the only thing that can happen is for us to stand up against them. Now, what do you mean by the national grid collapsing continuously? What about the money that you are spending on it? Does it mean, are you saying they need overhauling? Are the equipment old? If the equipment are old, what have we been able to do to change the equipment, bring in new ones, rather than you telling us that the grid has collapsed? This is the truth. We didn't have any funds.
I think it's more of a maintenance problem.
We lack maintenance culture in Nigeria, first off.
But I told you the essence of government is to provide solutions to problems. That is what is called government. It is not for government to recover the problem that you have on ground. This particular government, the government of Nigeria over the years, what they have been doing to us is to recover our problems. They have not provided solution in any way whatsoever. Whatever solution you see that they say they are bringing on the table, when you look at it very well, you will see it is to their own advantage. That's the honest truth.
We cannot continue like this.
They will not bring it on table. And I tell you, the National House of Assembly are the major problem. Because they are not doing their responsibility. They are meant to be the ones that making the executive. But rather than they be doing, all they are doing is to collaborate. So that they can continue to mix you and I. When you see now, the policies that will bring in, anything that they're going to do now, you will find out that in the course of time, despite you and I, we are trying that the tariff of electricity is high, the next thing you're going to see is that tariff is going to shoot up again. That's the truth.
Bearing in mind that fuel price has also increased as well.
That now we have seen that the government are no longer having the institution. So maybe they will bring in an international factor, or they will be sending it to Nigeria individuals who are their slowly, or those who deposit for them.
But why can't government go to learn from other nations?
I wonder why we see the state of time in months that the national day will continue to collapse. It has never happened before, like this. Even when the military was
we don't know how many more is still going to collapse before the end of the year.
When the military was government, the military themselves will not make the major problem of Nigeria today. When they were government, the national grid did not collapse too. I remember visiting when Babangida was head of state of Nigeria. When he visited Ibadan, Oyo State, and he never switched off the light. No, that day. In Oyo State. People at the federal level.
But heads do not rule anymore.
No, how will you know? I don't know what. I have to tell you what's happening. If they are not completely finished, heads will have rolled. But because they are the one who is taking the throne, And these people are just answering to their instructions. How would you tell me that some terrorists will have that power and will go to candidate to destroy the military in order to take over the power grid? Is there any sense in that?
Adeyemi, we have a question here for you from Ngozi.
Is Nigeria Iraq? Is Nigeria Lebanon?
All right, Adeyemi, we have a message here for you from Ngozi in Lasso Road, and she says, "Good morning, House. Please, Mr. Adeyemi, I want you to answer this question truthfully. If it were to be a Christian ticket, would the Muslims keep quiet?" So Ngozi is asking you, Adeyemi.
Okay, thank you, Ngozi. You see, this is going to be Christian ticket. Will the Muslims keep quiet? Why would not let us see maybe until there? They will be able to know if they will keep quiet or not. And now let's look at it this way.
Okay.
You are looking at the federal level, let's look at the state level. In Ekiti State, you know that we have numbers of Muslims in Ekiti State.
Okay.
Quite numbers of Muslims. I can tell you categorically that even in Ekiti, you have more Muslims than the Christians. And so it is in most of the places in Ekiti State. But did you see them raising any highbrow for the Christian ticket? No, they don't. They don't.
Okay.
They don't see. You see what we should be concerned about. You and I as a people. Is result at this point in time. Our country is bleeding. It's really hard. Purposely, it's bleeding. What we need is how to stop the bleeding.
All right.
Rather than us, because of religion or ethnicity, we now forget the problem that we are facing. And the person the police can help us, who be our doctor. We not first of all, you are meant to call the doctor to come and help you. And you say because the doctor is from so place, no, he can't operate on you and you are bleeding.
All right, Adeyemi. Yes, Ngozi, I hope Adeyemi has been able to give you the answer that you need. But you can still send us a message on 317-56537. We have another message here. This one is from Adewale Magboro, and it says, Muslim to Muslim ticketing shouldn't be the issue to be dragging on at this juncture. Are there not other important things that we need to focus on? We are all in this together in this country. Provided we have a capable personnel to revive our nation, let us all support him. We have a new Nigeria. Good morning. We have another message here from P. Dasa in Ogun State, and this one says, "Good morning, beloved news crew. It is extremely very difficult to make contributions because it appears the media is being compromised and would insist that one be patriotic in the face of outright injustice. In other words, contributors are being restrained from saying the truth. Please note that the authorities in power will never decentralize security apparatus in this country because there is an agenda in place by an ethnic group who want to remain in control. No amount of persuasion will force the authorities to decentralize until their objectives. All right. Until their objectives is achieved. Yes, I'll stop at that. We have another message here from
Adeyemi's thoughts on that.
So he had more to say in that message. But like he mentioned earlier, that some comments are not patriotic and they cannot be taken. So that is why we're not going to dwell on that, because I didn't take all of his message.
Okay.
Yes, because we're spoken about that. Adeyemi has mentioned where he's going to. He had mentioned it earlier. Mr. Innocent from Wawa says, "Good morning, WFM, and how are you all doing?" We're doing great, and I hope you're doing fine as well. Even Boko Haram terrorist group have access to police and military regalia. They also have access to Christian bishops' regalia. Adeyemi, call evil when you see it by its name. When fire starts burning, it knows no boundaries. Adeyemi, we've spoken about this one, so I'm not going to ask you again. All right.
Can you I didn't
You didn't get the end part?
Yes, I didn't get.
Okay, so Mr. Innocent is saying that Adeyemi, please call evil by its name. When fire starts burning, it knows no boundaries.
Very well. That's true.
Okay.
That's you see, that's the truth, and that's exactly why I'm of the opinion. Now look, what we should be concerned about is the bleeding nature of the country, and us looking for issues that are not meant to be issues, taking issues out of it. Whether we like it or not, when you say the bandits are putting on military camouflage, it is everywhere. And that is why we have the security agencies here. They are meant to arrest the situation. Are they doing it? They are not. And looking at the composition of the federal government today, you have Muslim, Christian in all the spheres. Talking about the executive, and talking about the National Assembly. You have Muslim, Christian here and there. But has that make a change? Has that brought anything to us? Rather, the country is leading the more. You see, what we are asking for is for who can bring succor to Nigeria at this point in time. Who can bring solution to the problem that we are facing?
Okay.
If Christian Muslims can do it, we will support. If Muslims can do it, we will support.
All right.
You see, the truth is that we should not forget this issue of who and who, but what we should look at is the pedigree. Do they have that capacity? Are they worthy to be given our vote? Will they be able to deliver to us? What is their antecedent? What are the antecedents that these people are leveraging on that we also can hold on to and say, this man, these people can do it? That's what we should be concerned about now. 2023 is just around the corner. We should stop leveraging ourselves on issues that does not matter. Forget the fact that you have the Muslim system. Over the years, when Abiola and Ngide, we didn't see that it was Muslim system. Because why? We were looking at Abiola, we were not looking at Ngide. We are looking at Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the force of our so-called other state elder statesmen in Nigeria, who over the years have been brandished this man in another image completely, all because of what? He surpasses them beyond their imagination.
All right, Adeyemi, we have more messages here.
That's the truth.
Okay, if you say so, Adeyemi, we have more messages here. This one is from Musa and Jermutin Lakwari, and this one says, "Good morning, dear presenters. If can cry to the heavens over Muslim to Muslim tickets, what should the Southwest Muslim do, as there is no single Muslim governor after the exit of Oyetola? It is obvious Khan is now an opposition party rather than the religious body that it is. I cannot but agree with Adeyemi that Khan should face its face and allow this religious thing over competency. If Nigerians were serious about governance in the first place, we shouldn't be discussing APC or PDP, as they have failed us consistently, even with the needless religious card. We should be looking out for people like Kola Abiola, who have never been part of this, to start afresh." All right. We have another message here from Engineer Wale in Ikorodu, and he says, "Good morning, everyone. The national grid collapsed. Our economy is collapsing. Security down, education down, health down. The only thing that has not collapsed in this government is their objective. Nigerians, we have put our common patrimony in the hands of clueless and bad managers. We must get ready in 2023 to take back our country from these people. Nigeria will be great." Israel Ogijo also says, yes, amen to that.
Amen.
Israel Ogijo says, "So does it mean that Boko Haram wearing the Nigerian soldiers' uniforms is legitimate? If hired individuals are wearing bishops' regalia claiming they are bishops, you mean we should just accept them like that, Adeyemi? I perceive we are playing Afghanistan in this ongoing game. Merely looking at the faces of those hired individuals, you can tell they are not genuine bishops. I believe the game is meant to empower the northern Christians because this game will fail as it has failed MKO Abiola. I just pray for the spirit of winners takes it all if the other party gets to win. Additional Wasio is saying that good morning to you in the studio. Additional Wasio Nikorodu is saying good morning to you in the studio. Electricity grid collapse is rather unfortunate, but the only way out is to decentralize the electricity. Let's give permission to each state and local government to generate and distribute their own electricity. This would work well for us. And he says on the Muslim ticket, I do not understand why Khan is having a problem with this because we have more political parties in Nigeria. Let them worry about this. Let me remind you that when late Pastor TB Joshua spoke, when he passed on, same Khan could not come out to tell us that he is not part of them, but we all know his followers and they are Christian. My advice to Khan is better for them to register as a political party because from all indications, they want a situation like that of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, where the Khan president can use his jet to move out liquid cash out of Nigeria during PDP government. Olusoga Ajayi Nikorodu is saying, unknown gunmen used to mean something else till today. Now we have unknown God men. If it's the other way now, by now souls would have gone up calling out people for blasphemy. We are just comedians in this country. Good morning, WFM crew. This one is from Abiola in Keja, and it says, national grid collapse has been happening every month in this year. Yet the government continue to fail despite many experts in this country. Interreligious tickets is what will balance the country power because if Muslim to Muslim tickets go ahead, Christians will feel left out. Have capable hands in both religion. Religious balance promotes unity. We have another message. This one is from Elder Adewale. Good morning, House. Immediately Shetima was announced, bishops from the North paid solidarity visits and pictures were taken openly. During yesterday, youthful bishops showed up and they are complaining. Who is cancer? My church is not under Khan, and we have about 100 branches in Nigeria. Enough of this noise. All right.
I hear you heaving a sigh earlier.
Okay, we have this one from Additional Lawa in Lagos, and this one says, your analysis is on point. Tell Khan to stop hitting this whole conversation about politics. All right. Another message here from Kayode Iniba. For this one says, even in Osun State, the PDP party just won election with Christian tickets. So what are we talking about? Mr. K Monday in Praise Hill Estate, Arepo says, good morning, WFM. Those bishops and pastors' pictures we saw yesterday are just stomach-hungry pastors and bishops assigned by the APC government to deceive Nigerians to believe them. But hashtag our Mumu Dondu is working. This one is coming in from Mr. OK Monday here in Arepo. Then another one here is from Additional Wasiu Nikorodu, and it says, good morning to you in the studio. On the Muslim ticket, I do not understand why Khan is doing this because today in the Southwest, we only have one Muslim governor. This governor is the governor of Osun State, and this man has been voted out. So what does Khan want? My advice to Khan again, go and register as a political party so they can implement their agenda. Thank you so much for all of your comments. Keep them coming in on 070-317-56537. 070-317-56537. It is 19 minutes past 8 on Your Women Radio, WFM 91.7, and this is the newspaper review. The newspaper review is where we get to review the dailies across different Nigerian newspapers, and we have our analysts as we analyze all of these issues. And you, on the other hand, you're doing amazing. Keep sending in your comments, your contributions on 070-317-56537. I love to hear from you because, no two people think the same way. We might share the same thoughts on different issues, and sometimes we also disagree. is what makes us beautiful as a people. So we don't have to always agree on certain conversations. All right, Adenike.
No, Nigerians are highly opinionated.
Which is good.
Yes,
which is good. So you can pick different things from different people, just like Adeyemi has done this morning as well.
Okay, we have this headline from Pen Pushing newspaper.
Are we not going to react to all the?
Okay, no, go ahead if you want to react.
I knew you were actually going to come back to that, Adeyemi. I knew you were going to come back to that. I actually wanted to move on from it.
Okay, please go.
All right,
please go ahead.
Okay, let's look at it this way.
Okay.
Everybody spoke and
everybody has spoke. It's time for you to spark.
Talking about car.
Mm-hmm.
This car, like everybody has been saying, this car is so particular about this Muslim people. We have somebody who's a member of CAP who actually is paying his mind for the president of Nigeria. Are they supporting him? I'm talking in person of Pastor Tude Bakari of Citadel Global Community Church. Former Bakari. What are the Christian body of Nigeria? What are they able to do to give that man that support? At least we know that man, if he's able to come on board, at least to some extent, there will be charity in Nigeria when it comes to governance and politics. But what are they been able to do? Are they supporting it? No. They themselves, as they are, they know who they are supporting. They support for one reason or for their own selfish interest. If not, I think they should be behind Pastor Tude Bakari like that. He should be the one that should be pushing, that should come forth from the southern part of Nigeria, because they know he's a pastor like themselves, and he will do the victim. Why are they not giving that support? And I know that his church must be paying into their coffer. So why are they not giving support? If they cannot do that, then they don't have the right to criticize Bola Ahmed Tinubu for choosing a Muslim running mate. They don't have the right.
Okay.
All right.
Because their own constituency is not taking care of it.
Okay.
I'm talking about the national thing like you said. Everything in Nigeria, what we have today is a failed state. It's a failed state. And the failed state is somebody that is going to rescue it. And from every indication, what the present government is saying to you and I is that their knowledge, their idea has ended. So they don't have a solution to our problems at the moment. So that's why we are saying every one of us will look physically, look at the so-called contestant, the candidates that will be contesting for 2023 general election. Who can we see that will be able to do what is expected? Who can create employment? You say, how can you continue to have graduates year in, year out without employment? And the government has told you that there is no vacancy at the federal civil service. So, and now the economy does not allow businesses even to employ because on daily basis businesses are closing down. So what we need somebody who has that idea, who has that vision, who can do it, who can create employment, who can think outside the box. We don't want people to continue to say they are keeping our money. We don't want our money is meant to be spent to get results. But what those who are filled with ideas, who can run this country, who can bring back the glory. I know the former glory cannot be as much as the last glory. What we want is a new glory in Nigeria. A new Nigeria is what we are looking for. We don't want the Nigeria of 1960. We want a better Nigeria than that of 1960. That's what we want.
All right, Adeyemi. We still have more comments here. This one is from Damian, and Damian says, if the latest scenario on Muslim to Muslim tickets is true, then it is not only an affront on bishops, but the Christians as a whole. And if they are actually bishops, sanctions are likely to be made by the appropriate quarters. Let us critically take note of the masses' agitation of the same faith ticket. This is based on extreme age-long fear and feeling of Islamizing the country as a stitch in time saves 9. Yes, then he goes ahead to mention that besides, Gary is the most affordable food in contemporary Nigeria and not bread.
Why are people saying Gary is affordable? Someone said it yesterday.
Gary is getting expensive in case it's still affordable, but it is getting expensive every single day.
Still expensive.
We have a message here from Folami Olusegun in Agbado, and he says, "Good morning, everybody in the studio. Why are the Igbos so critical about this moving to Muslim tickets when they voted Shagari instead of competence? Well done, Prince Adeyemi, and the rest of you in the studio. Do have a pleasant day." Thank you. Mr. Okimonde is saying APC is a party built by Mr. Okimonde. Please be civil with your comments. I will not be taking this one. Thank you. And yes, our time has been well invested this morning. Yes, Adeyemi, your final words.
Well, my final word today is that let everyone in government know that they can only run for some time, they cannot run all the time. The judgment of God will come upon them until except they do it right.
Okay.
It does not matter whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. The judgment of God will come. They should go and take a study and look at those who are before them.
Okay.
How they are suffering from one ailment or the other. You cannot continue to impoverish the millions of Nigerians and continue to suffer them, and you think you will get away with it. Your generation that you are taking those money that you are stealing from, they will pay for it.
All right. Thank you so much, Adeyemi, for joining us this morning. He says Dodon. All right, Adeyemi, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
In other words, Nigerians legon. Happy?
Very well.
All right. Thank you so much, Adeyemi.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
You
Yes, thank you. All right, Adenike, your final words.
Well, a lot has been said this morning.
A lot has actually been said this morning.
I'm really grateful for the people that were able to share their thoughts on this matter.
Yeah.
And then it just shows that people more than ever before are alive
and interested.
Yes, to the pains of Nigeria. And I believe that with our persistence, we will get to a certain destination.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And yes, this is where we draw the curtains on the newspaper review this morning on Women Radio 91.7. It has been an amazing conversation. So you see, when you send in your comments, we have a robust conversation. We get to hear from you different points of views, different standpoints. And that is what makes us diverse culture, different people, different tribes. And we must work together collectively for the growth and development of our dear nation, Nigeria. Need I remind you, the PVC registration is going to close on the 31st of July. Have you registered for your PVC? Have you collected your PVC? Have you told yourself you will come out to vote for your own preferred candidate and not because anybody said so, not because anybody told you to vote for this person? Do well to join us tomorrow at 7:30 on Women Radio 91.7 for the newspaper review. At 9 is the news at 9. At 9:05 is Panorama. Panorama is where we have the ladies from different geopolitical zones come together to discuss, dissect, and disagree on topical issues. And at 12 today, we are going to be discussing, at 12, we're going to be asking you, how are you coping with the harsh economic reality? I want to hear from you. Yes, Daniel said Gary is affordable. Some other persons might think Gary is still expensive. Bakers are going on a 1-week strike. If nothing is done about it, they might escalate. Bread lovers like me, we're going to suffer. So, yes, we want to hear from you on the big question as well. Good morning.
Have you been a victim of corruption? Do you want to report how corruption affects you and your community? Send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537.
They keep wondering, say I'm unstoppable, how I'm unstoppable. Some try to slow me down, but I'm undraggable, yes I'm undraggable. Every expectation, I be, that's The heat, my success in between. I'm on the way from the club, but today, no one find it. Check our speaker limited dosing. This one in my dose. For the one that I plan, we are the network. We are the
Get and stay connected to the Wi-Fi network for unlimited internet experience that keeps you one step ahead in all your browsing needs. SpectraNet, the Wi-Fi network.